Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar. Today, we're going to be discussing Keep Ohio Beautiful. Keep Ohio Beautiful is the leading statewide nonprofit organization dedicated to empowering Ohio communities to improve their local environments. The agency fosters partnerships with government agencies, businesses, nonprofits, and individuals to create a cleaner, greener, more vibrant Ohio. So before we get started today, I just want to go over a couple quick announcements, and I'm going to introduce our speaker as well. First off, we'd like to thank the Ohio Department of Development for their funding to make webinars like this possible. Thanks once again to them. First off, we have on today's webinar, we're using Zoom. So if you have any issues with it, just re-click the link that was sent to you. That'll solve any problems. If its slides don't seem to be advancing, Mike or I are weirdly pixelated, just click that link that was sent to you, and that'll get things fixed for you. We'll also be answering questions at the end of today's webinar, but if you have them, please type them into the Q&A box, and we'll get those answered for you once the formal presentation ends. So with us today, we have Mike Mennett, who is the Executive Director of Keep Ohio Beautiful. Mike is committed to creating a cleaner, greener, and more sustainable Ohio through impactful programs, education, and community involvement. He is also the past chair of the Keep America Beautiful State Leaders Council and is the State Leaders Council representative on the Keep America Beautiful Board of Directors. So without further ado, I'll turn things over to Mike. Thank you.
Okay, great. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate you inviting us to speak with you today. I'm going to share a little bit about, excuse me, I apologize about my cough ahead of time, but just want to share a little bit about who we are at Keep Ohio Beautiful, who our parent organization is, Keep America Beautiful, and our local affiliates. So I'm going to go through some of these slides. Some may be quicker than others, but again, if you have any questions, please let us know at the end, or if you think of something afterwards, my contact information is at the very end also. There we go. So Keep America Beautiful is our parent organization. They've been around since 1958, and they've been started with a lot of corporations. A lot of Keep America Beautiful is corporate based. A lot of partners belong to that, our Keep America Beautiful family. And then in the 1970s, we started creating local affiliates, which we have roughly close to 40 in Ohio, and I'll share that shortly. And Keep America Beautiful, this talks a little bit about their mission, just inspiring and education people, their vision, country that lives in a clean, green, and beautiful community. And they have a 2-year goal to really inspire 25,000 communities across the country by 2026. And I know we've been working along with Keep America Beautiful on the America 250th. Some of you may already be familiar with that program. And I know Keep America Beautiful, along with Keep Ohio Beautiful, is working with them on several different fronts. A little bit more about Keep America Beautiful. They have about 700 affiliates nationwide. They're the #1 community improvement organization, really based on volunteers. And they're very strong with their research. This year, they had a national research project for litter study across America in 2020, and this year they're picking that up again in 2025, a new national litter study that'll be taking place throughout roadways, coastal areas, and also waterways they're adding. And you may have seen some of the public service announcements, I should say, with their recycling focus with Keep America Beautiful. Here's a map of Keep America Beautiful, America, sharing a little bit about who Keep America Beautiful has in their affiliates. Very strong in the eastern and southern part of the United States. One of the new states that we're bringing in as a state affiliate is Colorado. So we're excited to be working with them and constantly growing till we eventually get to all 50 states across the country at a state level. And we have a lot that have local levels throughout all 50 states. And these are some of the signature programs that Keep America Beautiful does. They have their Greatest American Cleanup, which is part of that America 250th, where you can go on their website, take a pledge, and work with the community, whether it's the mayor, city council, township trustees, to sign the pledge and do cleanups throughout the next 1 or 2 years for the Greatest American Cleanup. We have a cigarette litter prevention program, Recycles Day, which is turning into more of Recycles Month. Again, our Great American Cleanup and our Retreat program, which is a tree uh, program that focuses on natural disasters and so forth. We did work with Retreat in the area of Dayton after the tornadoes a few years back. And I believe they'll be back, Retreat will be back up in Lucas County this fall doing some tree planting also from the past tornadoes. And again, their main focus on July 4th, 2026, as America turns 250, they'll be focusing a lot on the Greatest American Cleanup, really trying to get more communities engaged, involved throughout the cleanup. And that's just a little bit more about that. But if you're interested in more about the America 250th and the Greatest American Cleanup, please let us know. It's on our website too. And these are just some of the areas, again, they focusing on the environment, the health, resiliency, and just a couple of the other smaller facts. We've been working a lot with the Harris Poll to really do a lot of polling of the American people and just getting some more information to input into that national litter study. But I'll jump over to Keep Ohio Beautiful. And Keep Ohio Beautiful was founded in 1979. We were actually a part of ODNR at one time, and then they eventually made us a 501c3 nonprofit. So that's what we are right now. And our mission is really empowering Ohio communities take greater responsibility. And our main areas are litter prevention, recycling, and beautification and greening. And this map shows you we have our 37 affiliates, and we have several more. We're working to bring back. I know COVID took a little bit of a beating on some of our affiliates, and so we're working on bringing some of those back from COVID, and also working on several new affiliates. We're working with Geauga, Trumbull County, Solid Waste District, City of Cleveland, and the City of Centerville. And we have about half a dozen other cities that we're speaking with and sharing information. Unfortunately for Keep Ohio Beautiful, we have a staff of 3. It's pretty much me, myself, and I for the state. So I'm all over the state at any given time and do presentations to meet with mayors, city councils, and other committees to share about the affiliation process, how you become an affiliate for Keep America Beautiful and Keep Ohio Beautiful. And if you're interested in learning more about that, I'll be glad to share a little bit more about that afterwards, or we could talk after the webinar. And this is our map that we have online on our website at keepohiobeautiful.org, which shares all the different local affiliates. You can click on any one of those dots. It'll give you information about the specific affiliate that may be close to you, either in your county or city, and give a little bit more information, who to contact and stuff if you're looking for more local grassroots focus. And again, our main areas are, education, individual responsibility, public and private partnership, and volunteers. And then our ultimate goal is we want to end litter, we want to improve recycling, and we want to beautify communities. And one way we do that, and this is our approach that we do with our affiliates, is we do what's called the Keep America Beautiful Model for Change. It was developed by social scientists when they actually created the affiliate system in the South. We had 3 original affiliates in Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, and actually the entire city of one of the communities in Georgia actually went through the whole affiliation process to learn about becoming an affiliate and really educating them about the whole process, from engaging people, finding what the issue is, to solving that problem, And then also through behavior strategies, there's a lot of different things that Keep America Beautiful grants provide, whether it's infrastructure, helping with sample ordinances or laws or so forth. And then just, providing those positive outcomes of the environmental impact, economic and social. And we really go through this a lot when we have our affiliates and share a little bit more about that and the process of how to really work together with the communities. Because whenever we do create an affiliate, we try to sort of create a three-legged stool where we focus on having the government side, the business side, and also the community to really come together and really make it a very strong affiliate. And also, every year, you do a report for Keep America Beautiful, which actually calculates your return on investment after you input all your data in for the year. And for example, like for Keep Ohio Beautiful, we have a 12-to-1 return on community improvement. So for every dollar we invest in our projects across the state, it has a return of $12 of services and outreach to the community. So a lot of it depends on the size of the community. But it's a great selling tool, especially for city councils or others that you could show. Some of our affiliates will actually create a fake check and share how much they've invested back into their community at the end of the year. And then some of our programs that we have throughout the year, we have Great American Cleanup that we have with the Ohio EPA. We have our Great Ohio Planting Day, which is Arbor Day with DNR. We have paint grants that we offer communities throughout the state to improve that. And we do that with our partnership with Sherwin-Williams that's based in Cleveland. Then also our state roadway cleanup. And then we also have done in the past litter summits, and we work with the law enforcement community talking about environmental law enforcement workshops and doing different education on that aspect. And I'll share a little bit more about that in detail. Also, we have our new license plate that just came out that'll be coming out March 11th. So we'll have a Keep Ohio Beautiful license plate that'll be offered through the BMV. So we're really excited about that. So we're starting to promote that and really share that across the state. Then we also work with, we get a grant from the EPA that we provide litter supplies to all of our affiliates across the state. We work with one of our affiliates up north in Kirtland who stores our equipment and supplies and helps us get everything ready to ship across the state. And we ship everything to the affiliates throughout Ohio and have pickups for the Northeast Ohio affiliates. And the supplies they get are garbage bags, litter grabbers, safety vests, gloves. We have ash receptacles for them to use if they want to use that downtown or in a bar section of town. Others affiliates have used them at bus stops to improve reducing litter. And then we also sometimes will have recycling supplies that we'll put in there and ship that around to different affiliates that are in need of it. Then we do our Great Ohio Planting Day, along with other tree plantings. We do a lot with ODNR. They're a great partner. And we also work with other corporations, whether it's Honda, Wendy's, NiSource, Columbia Gas of Ohio, is to name a few. And we always try to incorporate any of our stuff we do at a state level with the local affiliate and try to incorporate them into our program. So it's a shared partnership with everyone on board. And these are some of the ones we've done at some of the state parks around the state. And that's on a Great Ohio Planting Day, which is actually on Arbor Day, which is the last Friday in April in Ohio. Then we have our state roadway cleanups. We've been looking at doing more with ODOT, and this is one of the ways we do. We have a cleanup that we sometimes do in the spring, or sometimes they enjoy doing it in the fall before the bad weather hits. and we work with different groups, and this is usually based out of one of our affiliates locations around the state where we can create this program. Then some of the other things we've been getting into. Our board is a very diverse board. We have a lot of people on recycling and litter prevention, state agencies, and we also have a lot that focus on pollinator gardens and plants and so forth. And this is something we've been doing the past few years. Is we put in, I believe it was 8 native plant gardens on the Ohio Turnpike, and we've had them at the center area around Amherst and the entrance on the Mahoning side coming into Ohio from Pennsylvania, and a few others, historical plantings that they put in, because 2 of the travel centers actually run through parts of where the Underground Railroad went through. So there's some historical signs and put in some native plants there. And these are the signs that we have up at several of them, showing everybody, what's plants they are. Talks a little bit about that. Then we partner again with our local affiliate to help with the planting and others, master gardener groups and so forth for maintaining some of these gardens. So our approach is definitely working a lot with partnerships as much as possible, because a lot of the stuff we couldn't do without them. And these were some of our Ohio State native plant garden programs we did. I believe we put in around 7 gardens around the State House. Part of our National Planting Day we had at one time, and they worked out very well. We've worked with Davy Tree on that one, Scott's Miracle Grow, and then we'd also get some of the legislators to read to the kids, and we'd have a sort of a pollinator and native plant expo out there too. And most of our volunteers were local horticultural community career centers that would come out and join us for the day. And these are another private partnership we did with Sherwin-Williams. This is our paint grant program, which is actually open right now. It's open February through April. And this, as you can see, was done in mural that was done in Dayton. And another one here. This is a historical house in Akron that was painted through the Historical Society, and a lot of the lift buckets in that one picture on the top right, that was a donation, and some in-kind volunteers from First Energy came with their bucket trucks, and those guys came up and painted all the upper part of it. But we've done murals, we've done crosswalks, we've done murals on the ground also, besides walls, under bridges. We do a lot of historical sites too. Last year we did a historical caboose in Grafton, and then some other downtown businesses in Alliance. A lot of our affiliates like to do that, or other community like to do that, just to try to create a catalyst within that main street and promote that and get people excited about doing what they can. So it's a great program. And if you're interested in learning more about that, please visit our website, or feel free to give me a call, get more information to you on that. Another program we did is with the Honda of Ohio in Western Ohio at Camp Wilson. That was one of their areas. Throughout a 3-year project, we worked on putting sugar bush together with them, which is planting a lot of maple trees to eventually tap. Then we did an edible woods, which is a native fruit and nut trees of Ohio that were sort of on a walkway along their around their farm area. And then the last project was our largest pollinator garden that we put in. You can see before on top, and then what it looked like just at the end of that season. That came in very well, and worked a lot with local beekeepers also, since the farm fields are right behind there. It's a great source for them to put their hives in through the county. And another one of our partnerships we did was with the city of Wapakoneta. Worked with their chamber and Pratt Industries. They wanted to do something, give back Pratt Industries wanted to do something, give back to the community. We worked with a chamber in their downtown area, and they had recently installed some new moon um, sculptures, some veteran memorial, and so forth. And we did a planting, large planting all around that little pocket park, if you want to call that, in downtown Wapakoneta. And it worked out very well. So it was a great project from start to finish. And then some of the other stuff we're focusing on, which is newer, is we're looking at um, marine debris projects across Lake Erie. There's four things we're doing three out of the four. We have our sea bins, which are on the right, which is sort of a floating trash can. We have those at several marinas. We have them in Geneva, Lorraine, uh, Catawba Island, and also Put-in Bay. And those will go in May. And it's a sort of floating trash can. You sort of pick the right spot in the back of your marina that really gets a lot of the trash, and that's where it just floats up and down, collects that, and then marina staff just cleans that out throughout the day. We also have our cigarette litter prevention program we do. A lot of the stuff we focus on at Keep Ohio Beautiful is along the lake. This year, we're hopefully going to be working with Cedar Point and putting some infrastructure in there for them along the marinas and so forth. But a lot of our affiliates utilize that again for downtown areas. We put them in the bar areas around Athens, down by OU. We've had them in bus stops in Euclid. So it really depends on where they are. I know we have a supply that we have at City of Kirtland that we give out to our affiliates and others that would like them. And then we also have a supply down at the our other affiliate in Clark County in Springfield at Keep Clark County Beautiful, which is part of their solid waste district. And then we have our newest thing with the Bebot litter robot. Uh, it'll be going out on April 12th. We have a litter cleanup we're doing up at working with the wildlife refuge up there and up along with our Keep Toledo, Lucas County Beautiful, and so forth, up by Maggie Marsh. We'll be doing a beach cleanup there. Mainly stays sort of its home base is Menor Headlands and Geneva Beach. And then we're looking to partner with ODNR and others to eventually have that go out and travel around the state, that people can borrow it and utilize it for inland beaches and other beaches across Ohio. And then the last Collector, which is that blue larger device, larger than the C-bin next to it. It's that's one thing we're working on now, trying to get funding for. Because we have two locations, we like to put one of those in behind the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and also over at Cedar Point. So we're looking at seeing about getting funding for that. And it's a little bit larger, a little bit easier to maintain and work with than the C-bins, even though they're smaller. And so it's about the size of maybe like a golf cart and collects all the trash and so forth for things that are floating in the marinas. And we're also looking to partner with other schools or camps and so forth to help us with the collecting data. So we're trying to bring as many partners in as we can when it comes to all these projects. And again, we have our environmental law enforcement workshops. We're updating those right now and working on getting those improved a little bit. I know there's CEUs available for certain positions and certain departments and that we try to acquire for that. And we do these around the state, and we have everybody from the Ohio EPA to the US EPA to discussing meth lab waste, scrap tires, scrap metal issues, and then just but the overall goal is really networking So for those that, have issues, they'll know exactly who to contact. And a lot of the state and national agencies are very helpful and will even, help work on developing your case and so forth and take a lot of pressure off the local um, community. And again, overall, it's our main goal is the networking aspect of it. It's such a positive event. And other projects we're working on, again, we're promoting our Adopt a Highway program with ODOT. ODOT manages the program. We just try to get groups that are interested in getting out there and picking up trash because there's certain groups that unfortunately aren't close to an affiliate. So we try to share Adopt a Highway opportunities with them to see if they're interested. Then there's also Sponsor a Highway, which is another organization, another part of ODOT, and that is where actually companies would pay to have their logos up there, and then another private company comes and does the cleanup for them. So another way to promote the organization, but at least doing something to help the highways. And then another thing we're looking at, this is another idea. One of the things we really promote with Keep Ohio Beautiful and our affiliates and everything is we want to, share as much information so you don't have to reinvent the wheel. This is one of the programs, we're looking at currently with Keep Ohio Beautiful and seeking, some funders that may be interested in helping be a part of that. And this is their Clean Biz program, which is part of their chambers of commerce that they have in Louisiana, and just talks about, individual businesses that can participate in this program and also chambers that can participate, and just a way to, clean up around your business, doing different things, whether it's recycling or keeping your trash area clean, doing certain aspects. And we have the whole list that Louisiana's put together. It's a great program. Again, we're just trying to share this with the Ohio Chamber now and see if there's any partners that we can possibly get involved and sponsors and try to create this program statewide. So we're always looking to see what we can partner with, whether it's the chamber or focusing on the Auto Dealers Association or other associations that we work with across the state. And again, this is my contact information. If you have any questions, I'll be glad to answer them. Or if you think of anything, want to reach out, please do. Get on our website. We have a lot of information on the tank grants, the America 250th, and other programs that we do with Keep Ohio Beautiful, along with information about our affiliates in general. So I'll be glad to take any questions that you may have.
Thanks, Mike. Once again, if you
Thank
guys
you.
have any questions, please type them into the Q&A box now. We got one right here for you, Mike. Can you talk a little bit more about the grants available for cigarette cleanup?
Yes. Yeah, I forgot to mention also some of the other ones with Keep America Beautiful, because when you're an affiliate, and sometimes you don't have to be an affiliate with Keep America Beautiful, you sort of need to check their website. Certain ones are open to anyone, any community, and so forth. Because I know they recently had a Greatest American Cleanup grant that they had recently that just closed, and then I know they're every spring, it just actually closed last week, was their Martin Luther King corridor grant. So for those that have MLK corridors in their communities, they have a great grant that's part of that. And then also the one that's open now through the middle of March is their cigarette litter prevention program. And what that includes is you get, I applied for a larger one because I'm a state, but they have the main one is a $5,000 grant, and that includes purchasing, the funds will be used for purchasing, whatever type of ash receptacle you need. Depends on where you're at. Unfortunately, you know, each community or each partner is a little different with whom they what they want. We've worked with the Metro Parks before, so they wanted a specific style and all to match. There's other ones that wanted wall mounted ash receptacles. There's ones that just want the individual stand up ones. So, but it covers all that. Able to purchase all your cigarette litter. Um, Ash receptacles. If you do any signage, we do signage that we try to promote with ours, and so we have a little bit of both on our end. Um, but it's a great grant. It's very simple, not very long to apply for, and I know they sort of like to have a tie into any kind of waterways or tributaries or anything to help get that out of any ash receptacles or ash cigarette butts out of the waterways or so forth. But if it's something unique or anything, a lot of our affiliates have applied for those. Like I said in the past, have won award. They've been awarded ones that they had for the bus terminals, the bus stations that ran through their main street. They've had others for the bar areas. They've had others for downtown districts and so forth. And it's a really, really good program. And the one thing they're doing now is they're actually incorporating recycling into it. So you can actually recycle all your cigarette butts. They provide bags when you order your materials from Keep America Beautiful. They work with a company called TerraCycle, and they'll that you can empty that in. Whoever maintenance is charged, that whenever they empty it, they just put it in these bags, and then you could just print out a free shipping label, and it gets shipped right to TerraCycle, and then they eventually return that in the benches or what other materials that they do. So it's a great program that they have, and it's no cost to the community, but it's a way to recycle that also.
Thanks, Mike. You already signed up one person. Somebody commented that they went to the Keep Columbus Beautiful
No,
website and
okay.
signed up for a cleanup. So you're doing your job today.
Yeah, our
Next,
Phillies are wonderful.
our next question here is: do you foresee with the federal freezes any impacts or reductions in the efforts of Keep America Beautiful?
We just had our national conference 2 weeks ago, and I know that was a big thing with our state leaders and with our local leaders and everything. And from just listening to the conversation, a lot of them really are not that focused or not tied to federal funding. I know Keep America Beautiful is a lot more foundation, corporate based, and there's really no. I think they had one program that they're not sure about with some federal funding, but beyond that, no one really had much of an issue with. I mean, I hate to see it happen, anything getting cut, but um, but it seemed like Keep America Beautiful is very strong. Um, I know our new president and CEO, Jenny, has been doing a great job because she came from the Nature Conservancy, and she's doing a wonderful job really turning Keep America around, bringing in new partners, and on a state, talking with other states. No one really had any worry that it was going to really affect the operations. So everyone felt good. We're going to still keep going as smooth as we're going.
It's good to hear. Next
Yes.
question here is: do you have any suggestions or best practices for expanding the number of volunteers for downtown cleanup efforts?
I know for us at Keep Ohio Beautiful, we've been doing a lot with corporate engagement. So we've been trying to partner with corporations so we get the core group with a focus that they're going to be doing that day, whether it's tree planting or planting a pollinator garden or so forth. Um, like what we did in Wapakoneta, we focused and brought as many people from Pratt Industries as we could to come down there and focus on that. But it seems like a lot of what we've been doing and a lot of other affiliates, and we've been trying to focus on core groups. Whether it's we've been talking with Ohio State Alumni Association and getting those alumni out there and Master Gardener group. So we've been trying to target instead. I know it's been hard sometimes when you have a open sign up and you get you may not get everybody. We've had one. We did one similar around the Final Four as part of that Greatest American Cleanup in Cleveland, sort of to kick that off. And we did a great turnout with open it up to all volunteers. So the success we've found and listening to some of the other affiliates is really working with groups, whether it's companies or um, different clubs at a university or school groups, with a specific theme or where you'll get them all instead of just maybe a handful that day. So that's worked very well with us. It's really, targeting a specific corporation or I hope that answers your question. But yeah, we've
I
been
think
trying to
that's,
go that route a little bit more instead of just an open volunteer call for certain things.
I definitely think it's a helpful suggestion. Next question here, Mike, is for rural communities. Are there any specific rural programs for Keep America Beautiful or Keep Ohio Beautiful that's more targeted towards them?
No, it's pretty much we try to keep everything the same. So, and I know we try to focus that, make sure everyone has an equal chance, whether it's our paint grants, we had that I mean the one year I think it was 2 years ago, we had our paint grant, we had the city Keep Cincinnati Beautiful, which is our largest affiliate in the state. And then we also had the village of Chauncey, which is down in right near Athens. So I know working with because we don't pick the paint grant winners, the marketing department at Sherwin-Williams does. And they'll use us as a guideline, similar with Keep America Beautiful if they're looking at um, grants and so forth. But we want to try to make sure everyone has an equal chance, even if it's a smaller community. And unfortunately, we haven't had anything focused too much on the rural side. I know we've had quite a few paint grants on the rural side. We've had, them do county fairs, we've had them do historical downtowns and so forth, historical buildings. But but I know one thing I was able to help get started is we have a large cities council at Keep America Beautiful. We're a large city individuals can get together and discuss issues. And, finally got them to start looking at having a rural um, organization of local affiliates around the country. Especially in the Midwest, we have a lot of smaller communities that are very rural. So it's nice to start to have them to discuss. And what's nice also when you're on an affiliate, there's what's called the Keep America Beautiful Affiliate Network, and you can go on there and post and share things with other people across the country anytime you want. So it's a great resource to have if you're looking, if you have a small downtown or whatever, what are other options you can use. But yeah, we're always looking for new funding, new funders, ways to really promote, grants and so forth to our affiliates and beyond. So I wish we could do more, but that's what we have right now.
Thanks, Mike. Last question here. So if you guys have any more questions, type them in now. Thanks to answer this one for a few seconds, I'm sure. Let's just say a community who is not currently an affiliate wants to join as an affiliate. What do they need to do to start the process?
Um, Usually I'll sit down with them and share a little bit about the process of it itself because it takes a little while to go through and you have to pay funding up front. But what's also nice, it depends on the community size. It could be anywhere from a one-time 1,000 to 4,000, depending on the community size. But we're really blessed in Ohio that the Ohio EPA has their litter grants every year. And within that litter grant, you can apply for funding to pay for your certification. That's what the city of Cleveland's doing this year. So hopefully once they receive that funding, then we'll start their affiliation process. And then there's a smaller, like $100 annual fee that you pay back to Keep America Beautiful every year, and that can also be rolled into that litter grant. But then there's an application process you fill out, and then once you send in your funding, you go through like a 2 to 3 hour training, and then there's sort of other stuff you do. Like focused areas, and you do a community litter appearance index in your community, and then you put together a report, and we share all the stuff that's been done with other affiliates in the past, so it's very easy to do. And then once we do that, then we come back and do a little bit more training, a little bit more on that model of change, and sort of talk a little bit about maybe some strategic planning, like one or two things you could do, like within year one or two, a project, and how to go about doing that. And but we try to keep it as simple as possible because I know our affiliates all have other jobs, and and there's certain things you do to maintain what's called the President's Circle for Keep America Beautiful, which is like reporting and doing a community appearance index and doing one project out of each focus area: littering, beautification, recycling, and so we try to simplify it as much as possible because we know the affiliates are strapped as it is, so, doing their other duties. So we really want to maintain that, and go through the process. But it could take anywhere between. We've had affiliates go through really quick. Um, in Knox County, we had our affiliate go through that very quickly because all the information and stuff he had the environmental club at the high school put together for him, and it's probably the best packet we've ever seen. And then, we had them as an affiliate within a few months, and there's others that may take 6 months or so. And, we have other affiliates that are part of that are service directors and so forth. So they get tied up when fall leaf collection comes and then snow plow season hits and salting. And so, it all depends on, where it fits to in the community. Because one thing about our affiliates, they're so diverse and they're so, everyone's somewhat the same, but they're all uniquely different too. A lot of them are solid waste districts. We have others that are based in the mayor's office. We have others that are based in service departments, parks and rec departments, their sustainability committee, and so forth. So it's very, you know, diverse in that respect, but also it's good because we usually can find someone to help sort of be that mentor also when they're done with the process. But yeah, if anyone's interested in learning more about that, I'd be glad to share a little bit more about that and stop in if they'd like. So,
Perfect. Thanks again, Mike. I do not
well,
see
thank
any more
you.
questions. So once again, thanks both to Michael and Keep Ohio Beautiful for doing this webinar today with us. It's wonderful information for our communities. Before we go, I just wanted to let everyone know our next webinar is on March 19th. It's with the Ohio Arts Council. We'll be discussing funding and grant opportunities available with them. So sign up for that is already live on our website, and we'll be sending out a reminder email shortly as well. Just so keep your eyes out for that. So thanks once again to everyone for joining today. We'll see you at our next webinar. Thank you.
Thank you.